When Donald Trump used a wartime law, the Alien Enemies Act, to deport what he called violent members of the Tren de Aragua gang to a high-security prison in El Salvador, there were questions raised on the 1798 law's application now, when the US isn't exactly at war. But the US Supreme Court has now given Donald Trump a win. The court has allowed Trump to go ahead with using a very old law. The 1798 law, originally meant for wartime to deport some Venezuelan migrants he claims are gang members. Reacting to the court decision, Trump said the court had upheld the law and said it was a great day for justice in America. What Trump hasn't highlighted, though, is that the win comes with conditions. The court said the migrants must be given proper notice and a fair chance to challenge their deportation in court before being removed. Nothing of this sort happened when the Trump administration packed off migrants who they designated as violent gang members and dispatched them on a plane to El Salvador's high-security prison called CECOT. This move is part of Trump's tough immigration stance, and the law he is using, the Alien Enemies Act, was famously used during World War II to detain people from enemy countries like Japan and Italy. The court didn't rule on whether Trump is actually allowed to use this law in this case, just that legal challenges must happen in Texas, where the detainees are being held, and not in Washington, D.C. This ruling reverses the decision of a Washington-based judge who had ordered the Trump administration to halt all its deportation flights to El Salvador. Some Venezuelan men, with the help of the American Civil Liberties Union, are suing the government, arguing that Trump has gone too far because there is no declared war or invasion. Not everyone on the court agreed with the decision to say that the verdict of the Supreme Court wasn't unanimous. Justice Amy Coney Barrett and 3 other liberal judges dissented. That also brings us to an update of a story that we had spoken of earlier, the case of Abrego Garcia, a migrant from El Salvador who was also sent to the notorious prison in El Salvador. The Trump administration accepted that it had made a mistake in sending Abrego Garcia to the prison in El Salvador. Calling the move a grievous error, a court said that it was a case that shocked the conscience. The court, in its 22-page verdict, had said that ICE, or the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, had no business arresting Garcia, they had no jurisdiction to detain him, and again, they had no business to send him off to El Salvador. Particularly in his case, because he had a previous court order that stopped him from being sent off to El Salvador, a country he had escaped from, and where there was a threat of danger to his life. The court then ordered that he be brought back to the US by midnight on Monday, April 7th. But that's not going to happen, at least for now. The Chief Justice has issued what's called an administrative stay. That's temporarily blocking a trial judge's order to bring him back by the midnight deadline. This administrative stay gives the court time to look into the facts of the case before taking up in court. Before the Supreme Court Chief Justice got involved in this, a 3-member panel of the US Court for Appeals unanimously rejected the Justice Department's attempt to block the trial court judge's ruling on bringing Garcia back to the US. In that ruling, the court also said that the deportation can amount to an act of official kidnapping. What the Supreme Court will look at is whether the trial court's order oversteps the brief and gets into issues related to America's foreign policy, and that's expected to be taken up over the next few days. For more such stories, subscribe to SNG News. Hit the like button and follow for more news updates.